The best Nintendo Switch games are bound to offer you unforgettable adventures on the hybrid handheld console. There's something incredibly special about being able to experience a great game in both the palm of your hand and on a larger screen, and the Nintendo Switch's extensive library offers only the best ways to make the most of this. And 2024 has been an amazing year for Nintendo fans, offering them not just console exclusives, but amazing ports and remasters. Welcome to HotFix Gaming. I'm Joy. So, without further ado, here are some of the best game releases from 2024 on the Switch that you can play right now. Number 10. Princess Peach Showtime. 2024 is finally the year in which Princess Peach is doing the saving rather than waiting for Mario or Luigi to save her. This particular title really moves away from the platformers typical to the Mario franchise. Here it's more of an adventure designed to highlight the many abilities of the character, capable of changing outfits as well as gameplay, all surrounded by a perfectly crafted theater theme. Ninja, swordsman, mermaid, detective, superhero, pastry chef, skater, or downright kung fu expert, you move from one style to another with great pleasure in a lovely setting. The only issue that many seem to have with this game is that it's not as challenging as one might expect it to be, seemingly being intended for a slightly younger, less experienced audience. But if that doesn't bother you, Princess Peach Showtime can be a lot of fun. Number 9. Emio, the Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club. The boldest and darkest of the Switch games on this list, Emio the Smiling Man is a captivating murder mystery. Taking on the role of a private investigator, you begin to investigate the death of a high school boy whose body was found wearing a paper bag with a crude smiling face creepily scrawled across it. There's both an older case with the same signature and an urban legend about a killer who wears the paper bag and gives anyone he sees crying a permanent smile. Your job is to find out whether these things are related and how. A well-written story, a tight cast of memorable characters, and an epilogue that ties everything up neatly and in a satisfying manner. Emio is a must-have for crime fans. I was going to say true crime, but this is a fictional story. Number 8. Neva. Neva is an action-adventure game that tells the story of Alba, a swordswoman, and Neva, a fantasy wolf. Together, they save the world from dark creatures that are polluting and poisoning the world. The story is pretty reminiscent of Princess Mononoke, similarly emotional and really visually stunning. It should come as no surprise that Neva has been nominated for 3 Game Awards categories, including Best Indie Game. It is a gorgeously crafted game that doesn't just challenge your skills as a gamer, but does also touch your emotional side. Number 7. Castlevania Dominus Collection. Fans of the franchise get 3 of the best Castlevania games in a lovingly prepared collection with a lot of great extras. The price? About £25. Sometimes life is good after all, right? Yes, I know, this seems like a remaster and repackage of old games, but don't fret. There is a newness to it. While those games are still obviously the main attraction, the amount of effort put into making these games look and play great, then supplementing them with absurdly high-quality materials, including deep cuts that even a degenerate like myself was shocked to see, is revitalizing. Moreover, the inclusion of Haunted Castle and its impressive remake, alongside the numerous customizable options, extra features, and strong handheld and docked performance, only add to the positives this package boasts. Number 6. Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is often discussed as the best in the series, though it tends to be overlooked when talking about the best Mario games. Thankfully, Nintendo chose to remake it for Nintendo Switch recently, allowing a whole new audience to appreciate it for the great game that it is. It's genuinely funny, with a rewarding combat system that only evolves as the story unfolds, and you only have to glance at it once to see just how charming the paper-crafted visuals are. In terms of remakes, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door remains extremely faithful to the original, focusing mainly on the game's visuals, which now look better than ever. A remixed soundtrack is another reason to check out this version, even if you played it all the way back on GameCube when it first launched. And if you're enjoying this video so far, let me know by hitting that like button. Number 5. Cat Quest 3. The third installment in this action-adventure series, in Cat Quest 3, you get to don the role of an anthropomorphic cat on the hunt for glory. Your task is to traverse an overworld riddled with enemies and treasure in equal abundance. Along the way, you'll take down other animal-based foes in real-time combat, collecting as much loot as you can. With fast-paced action, a humorous story, local co-op, and a seafaring narrative, Cat Quest III is a fantastic addition to the terrific series. Everything in this game feels familiar, especially if you have played the other ones in the series, but at the same time, it still feels fresh. And if all the action and side quests are still not enough, you can also have loads of fun upgrading your kitty. You can do that through a robust section of the menu that allows you to swap weapons, armor, and even magic. The game even allows you to assign badges that can help further enhance your stats, as well as upgrade your ship. Number 4. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Mario and Luigi Brothership is the latest in a recent run of Mario RPGs that have really reinvigorated the franchise. This one features a robust combat system with added flair thanks to Luigi logic, new bros attacks, and a power-up system called plugs. While we're certainly seeing the last few Nintendo Switch games before the next console, it's great to see just how far games like Mario and Luigi Brothership are pushing the aging hardware, with the game's gorgeous 3D sprites really stealing the show here. Thanks to some colorful side characters, there's plenty to keep you busy as you explore. There's a bunch of side quests to take on, stretching this adventure out to 40 hours plus. If you just want to do the main campaign, however, you absolutely can, and you'll still find a charming story filled with fun, slapstick moments featuring iconic Nintendo characters. Number 3. Super Mario Jamboree. The newest entry into the Mario Party franchise aims to keep your party entertained indefinitely by making sure you never run out of novel diversions. Super Mario Party Jamboree, released in October 2024, features 7 playable boards along with more playable characters and minigames, a whopping 112, including both new and fan-favorite romps, than any previous game in the series. If the average game of Mario Party runs a little too long for your tastes, new Pro rules allow you to tweak the length of player turns and keep the game moving along, so you're never out of action for long. And you're not locked out of Jamboree if you're playing alone. In addition to a strong single-player campaign, the game allows you to matchmake with other players if you have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Super Mario Party Jamboree is perhaps the most substantive Mario Party game ever released. There's a lot of content to unlock, both on and off the game boards, which will keep completionists and their friends blasting through the game's multitude of minigames for hours. Number 2. Balatro. Balatro is a ridiculously replayable poker game with a range of special decks, magical tarot cards, and strange jokers that change how each hand plays. This is a virtual poker game where a high card can rack up more points than a royal flush, and a single hand can score trillions upon billions of points. But swap out one joker, and you'll end up with a score in the thousands. Balatro's addictive magic stems from its streamlined design, courtesy of solo developer LocalThunk, and its built-in variety where jokers and upgrade cards play off each other in ultra-satisfying ways. Or they destroy your entire run. That's Balatro, baby. And just to be clear, there's nothing particularly spooky about Balatro. I think that early on, some folks got it confused with Inscription, also a fantastic card-based game but with a horror backdrop, and that connotation still lingers around Balatro. Rest assured, aside from some jokers with creepy smiles, it's just a brilliantly designed game of cards. Number 1. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom comes from the team that handled the Link's Awakening remake for Switch. It finally lets players take control of the titular princess in her very own game. Instead of a sword and shield, Zelda uses magic to spawn in items, which can be used to solve puzzles, traverse the environment, and unlock secrets. In general, Echoes of Wisdom plays out like a classic top-down Zelda adventure, though thanks to its new mechanics, it has a fair bit in common with modern Zelda games like Tears of the Kingdom. Reverse Bond allows you to follow the movements of a selected object, and echoes build up in your library, giving you more options for puzzle solving as you progress. This is definitely a great time for fans of 2D Zelda games and those looking for a more exploration and puzzle-focused experience when compared to something like Link's Awakening. But what other 2024 additions to the Nintendo library of games have you tried and enjoyed? Let me know your favorites in the comments section below. And as always, if you enjoy gaming content and want more, be sure to check out the videos linked on screen.